how do you think Italy would look different if Giorgia Meloni were to become the next prime minister, which is the baseline scenario right now?
Yeah, there will be many differences. The first one you have already underlined, the possibility that it will change the constitution towards a semi-presidential system, which is not a problem in itself. It really depends on the content of this semi-presidential system. And there are many worries that it can go towards something more populist or very right-wing populist, like Orban, for example, in Hungary. So it could be a problem from the economic point of view and also from the social point of view, depending on what kind of social reforms they will be doing. But there are also other problems. One of the most important for us would be the position that they will have with respect to Europe. Giorgia Meloni has already anticipated that she would like to change the conditions for the payment of the next generation EU. As you know, for Italy, this is a very relevant thing. We're going to receive in the next 4 years something like more than 200 billion euros, depending on the path towards the reforms that's been established by the European Union. And apparently, Giorgia Meloni wants to renegotiate the conditions for the payment of these different amounts of money, which will mean most likely that we will miss some of them, and also that the reforms will change. For example, the competition reform. She's already anticipated that she wants to change it substantially. So these are issues, and economically, there is the issue that they might not respect the debt to GDP and deficit to GDP conditions for the fiscal reform. That actually means that our economic situation could be much more unstable. So if you want, I can continue on the different scenarios that can appear also in international relations, in the international position.
Well, we'll talk more about that. I think you've summarized some of the views very succinctly. I just want to ask you on your first point with respect to them pushing for a potential constitutional reform at the president level. How much of that is driven by a desire to change the political landscape versus personal animosity towards President Mattarella?
Yeah, there is also this. The one is not necessarily personal animosity, but there are ambitions on the side of some of the leaders of the right, and in particular, as you might imagine, Berlusconi, who has already said that Mattarella will have to leave if they do the constitutional reform, which has been interpreted by many as the desire for him to become the president of the Italian Republic, which has not been taken very well, I would say, because Mattarella is very much loved by the Italian population at the moment. So there is a lot of personal ambition. I wouldn't say animosity towards Mattarella, but much more ambition on the side of many of the leaders, and in particular by Berlusconi. Berlusconi was supposed to, he had put himself forward to become president of the Republic in the latest campaign, and he didn't become. So this is something that I think he would like to explore in the future, especially if they manage to get to power.